Hi, we're back. Don't know what happened. All of a sudden, we got a little spinny dial.
It just went black.
And my iPad just stopped.
You know, we have to make it really interesting for you guys. We do plan this out, right?
Yes. Look. Schedule and everything. It's all in there. So anyway,
oh my gosh.
we were talking about, the 2Bs and ABCs. I really want to see your progress. So make sure you guys are all posting them on there. If you're stitching something other than 2Bs, just to be stitching along with us, post your progress there. If you look me up on Instagram, I am Pattern Queen 3. You can see photos where I've posted the Rosewood Manor, and then if you click it, then it'll have the hashtag down below if that helps you get to it. I'll also be posting the hashtag in our description.
Well, and what I was saying when we got so rudely interrupted was that if you post on Facebook only, then in your comments put the hashtag and we can search for it there and it'll pull them up. So, another tip, so we can see.
Okay, how about you?
Oh, I didn't read ahead.
Two Dragons Mom, I love that.
Yeah.
Kate Killian.
Oh, she said, if dropping the camera wasn't enough to get me laughing so hard I nearly peed, Laura's comment about singing on her shirt, followed by her face, did me in. I haven't laughed so hard with tears streaming down my face since I don't know when. Good Lord, it felt good.
So that just cracked us up. And I know exactly what you mean.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. I went through a period where I think because I worked nights, I had to change and be quieter at different odd times, you know. And I started reading Janet Ivanovich, her series. And it's the Stephanie Plum series. Those are the numbered ones. One for the Money is the first one. Anyway, Jeff would be in bed and he said he just thought it was the most wonderful thing because all of a sudden I would just burst out laughing. And it was the craziness going on in there. And it does feel good when you just get going. My daughter gets me going. It
does. It really does.
We liked that. Next up, I have Vicki Hibbs. Okay, this is kind of along the same line. She was talking about our oops from last week, and she said it was hard to not laugh out loud at 2:30 a.m. Vicki Hibbs, is that when you were watching it? Are you like me? Are you up in the middle of the night?
Really, because it was long past 2 minutes and 30 seconds. And we didn't go to 2 hours, so.
Close.
Oh. Now
Here's an hour and a half.
Wow. Judy Hall is the same. She said, I think I'm dying. That camera accident was worth the price of admission. Which I thought it was great. But she also says, it nearly made up for the song that we almost sang for you.
So we only did like teaser parts of Baby It's Cold Outside.
Yeah.
We just didn't sing much.
So.
And she said, I love this. She rewound our Flosstube several times and on the last run through sang harmony with us.
Yeah.
That's so sweet.
That's cool. Now, one good tip that she did give, we were talking about how you get bogged down in projects.
Yes.
And, you know, like I said, I'm working on the Santa and I'm in his beard and it's all white and I'm just like, oh. She said what she does is to do, she sets a timer for 15 to 30 minutes and then she stitches nonstop during that time.
And I like that she says, and choose to stitch nonstop.
And if she does this every or nearly every day, eventually she gets past that struggle. So I thought that was a great tip and wanted to share that with you.
That is good. And I know, I mean, people talk about all the different ways that they try and help themselves, and we love to share those tips with you because we all struggle.
Oh gosh, yeah. Oh gosh, yeah.
I think I told you guys that Katie, the Stash Queen, said in one of her videos, and I missed part of it, but she was talking about that she spends, because this is 2018, she spends 18 minutes a day on each of her on a group of projects for the week, I think. And I mean, she had a real, was kind of a complicated process. And I know it works for her.
And that's it. As long as it works for you, that's great.
And it's kind of fun. I think that she's done it to make it sort of a challenge for herself.
Yeah, see how much she can get done in that little bit of time.
And she evidently has more whips than I do. So she's trying to visit them all throughout the year. So mine are in the 40s. I think that's pretty good. Oh, no. Mine were in the 40s. I was going to say. And then Mania happened. And mine are in the, I would say they're probably in the 50s, maybe the low 60s, because I have finished a few. So I finished a lot. I was counting, and I actually think I finished one more than what I have shown.
Wow.
Maybe two more than what I have shown, because I don't think I ever showed a picture of my Friends Gather Here, which I'm pretty sure I finished this year and not last year.
Yeah, I don't remember.
And well, because we couldn't show it because it was a secret. And then I don't think...
yeah. Hello. Yeah.
And I don't think I've uploaded a picture of my Quaker garden.
Well, or your sampler that you did for us.
I uploaded that one.
Oh, okay.
I think.
But I don't think you've shown it on here.
I don't know. We'll have to see.
Maybe you did, right at the very, very first.
So then I have Kelly Pruitt. And she said she received birdhouses in my Thistles garden from us. So that was great. Thank you for letting us know.
Yes.
And she said she's trying to decide on what linen to choose. Well, Kelly, have fun. Let us know what linen you choose. I know it was really pretty the way they did it.
Oh, but, my gosh, yeah.
You know, what you play with is what you play with. A whole different feel. And we got to see how Sue using the called for materials on Quaker Garden. It's so beautiful.
Yeah, it's very subtle on hers.
And you see hers next to ours, and it's just wow.
It was gorgeous.
So we'll have to remember and all take those.
Yes.
So, okay, you're next.
Okay, Debbie Thomas, Minnesota Stitcher. She was talking about using beads and charms in parts of our in place of stitching parts, and she said she's going to use bee charms instead of stitching the bees on our sal.
That's cool.
I thought that was a cool idea. So she's ordered a few, and she's going to let us know which ones work out best. But then she also was making fun too, like we were. That just because she lives in Minnesota, they don't plug their cars in all year long.
Only 10 months of the year.
Yeah, just 10 months.
Oh, but Debbie is stitching up a storm.
Yes,
even if you're not stitching in our Rosewood Manor stitch along, you should get on there and look and find her pieces, because she is just stitching up a storm. It's amazing. Let me see. Oh, I know. It would be easier if I would go to me.
Hear my cuckoo clock?
It's really going in there, isn't it?
It's 8 o'clock and all's well.
8 o'clock, huh? Well, I thought I had one in here. I can't find mine. Hashtag. And just this quick, we're going to get there. There it is. So here is Miss Debbie, Minnesota Stitcher. Look at her progress. Now, this is down from the top. This is where I should be getting to next. And it's just really pretty. So Debbie, you keep it up, and we are going to keep checking back with you.
Yeah, we're going to catch up with you eventually.
I think she's been finishing before either of us.
Yeah. I don't have anyone else. You've already done that.
Oh, up here. Okay.
You stole it.
Sorry. Okay, so Michelle, Bendy Stitcher. She said she's thought that your ladder is just beautiful, and it's really not a ladder. It's a
twin bed,
a twin bed frame. But ladders would work just great.
Absolutely.
And she said if it wasn't, you know, at first she just thought they were decorative and beautiful. But after Nancy doing her kitting up last week, now she realizes that they are functional and everybody should have one.
Everybody should have one.
So we love that. That was really cute. And that's all we have in Common Sense. Oh, you know what, though? In Common Sense Questions, we got so much love from you guys. And we just love that. I mean, you've told us, you guys tell us all the time, oh, I just like stitching with you. I enjoy sitting down with my needlework and my cup and whatever, and just having a good time stitching along with us. And I'm glad you enjoyed that.
Yes, me too.
So,
and we didn't put it down, but the lady that we gave her a shout out, I can't think of her name now. Maybe. And she called her husband into the room.
Yes, it was Ruth. One stitch at a time, I think is what it is.
Told him, see, they like me.
Her husband, Glenn. Yeah. And she said that she told him that she needs to come to Missouri. And he said that he thought that could be arranged. Yay!
So we'll finally get to meet you. That'll be great.
Ruth, I'm sure you will have us in stitches the entire weekend.
I'm sure. I'm sure many of you will when you join us.
So, and I think that this is the weekend for StitchCon. So we're going to see a lot of posts out there. It should be really fun to watch.
That will be great.
Jealous. Nancy and I, though, are going tomorrow.
Yes. We're going to go to Kansas.
To Topeka.
And stitch with our friends out there in the Kansas Stitchers group. So that'll be real fun.
We're looking forward to that. We're having a baked potato bar. I am taking the scotcheroos that I should have taken last weekend and forgot.
Well, you just make enough for me. Because I made so many deviled eggs last week.
And Nancy is, I mean, she's kicked out of her house all the time, so she's kind of...
I don't have, unless it's a bag of chips, I'm probably not going to be able to take anything.
Okay, so we're going to move on here to our kitting up segment.
Da-da-da!
And this week we're calling it Examples. And Nancy has a whole bunch of examples of things.
Just two.
Oh, I thought, so did you sort it down?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just two. So I wanted to show you this one because I'm dying to do this. And you know, it's sitting over here and I can't find it all the time. It's called Harvest Moon Cottage by Elizabeth's Needlework Design.
Nancy really likes Elizabeth's.
I do. Isn't that cute with the moon and the birds? Isn't that a sweet? And look at that border. Isn't that great?
She does great borders. She does great houses.
She does a lot of brickwork on her houses.
That's who my summer sampler, whatever we call it. I'll have to bring it one week and show, but it's so cute.
Okay, but now you saw what color they had on it. This, what do you call this? Natural?
Yeah,
what did they
that's what
call
I would
it?
think.
Does it tell?
It usually would say here. It just says that it's from Witchelt.
Design stitch count. Tumbleweed linen is what they use.
Ooh, tumbleweed has a slight green tint to it.
Okay, and
it's
I
a
can
really
see that.
pretty fabric.
But, and I pulled the flosses. So we have goldenrod, whiskey. These are great colors. Oop, I have my finger on it. Loden. What is that? Red Rocks. I keep picking it up with my finger on it. Charcoal. And then the last one is cognac.
Now we should go in real close, and I'll just stay behind you with the...
So aren't they great colors, all of those? So what I did was I got the colors that she called for in her design. I don't have quite all of them. There's a couple that I'm missing, but these were the ones that were specialty flosses. So DMC, I feel like I can adjust those easier than the specialties. So what I did then was I knew I didn't want it on that fabric because I thought that looked a little plain, but I liked the color. So here is what I'm going to do it on.
Oh, so you got all of the weeks that it called for, and then you have more DMCs.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So, there. I'm going to use, this is called light khaki. And that's what I'm going to do it on. So that'll be in the background and have all the house and everything on front. Won't that look pretty?
That will be pretty. I was just looking at your pattern here too. Okay, so one of them is DMC 844. Do you see, those are bats, don't you think? Do you see the bats and the birds? That's the only place that you use that color. It's not worth going and buying an overdyed floss for that.
Well,
So
especially when you've got this pretty charcoal color. Why wouldn't you? And that was a DMC.
Yeah. So they used charcoal probably in the roof. And then they used 844.
The DMC.
Yeah.
So I'll probably just use this as my bats. Or I'll just put a pull.
And you do a little bit down here.
I probably have it already, you know. But the thing is, the thing she's trying to say, and I'm interrupting her, is that you don't have to get a whole skein of floss for just 2 or 3 little stitches.
And sometimes, I mean, like, you have to decide, is it worth it? Like, they did the house in 2 tones of DMC. Well, one of them, I guess, is the whites.
And the other is peachy colored.
I mean, it's this, which would be 3072, I guess, is that's the whitish color.
The trim.
And then the other, yeah, the main part of the house is 3864. I don't know, Harvest Moon, maybe you'd want to make that a different color.
And I might. I kind of like that peachy color because to me it makes that house look like it's glowing. And then with
it feels a little springy to me.
The lights, I think once I get done here it won't be.
You have to see what your skein of floss looks like too.
Yeah.
Because that could make a big difference.
I don't know what that is. Something in the bottom of my bag.
Okay, so what's next?
This is one of our favorites, and I can only stitch on it once in a while because I have to be where I can concentrate because it's a lot of 2 stitches here, move over, 2 stitches here.
Confetti stuff, huh?
Well, yeah.
A lot of counting.
Now, we kind of cheated on this one. This one is Family Treasures. Well,
3, isn't it?
Yeah, Family Treasures 3, Told in a Garden by Marilyn Levitt Emblem. And here's the picture that she provided. And I have it upside down.
And she used 14 count cobblestone or sage Aida. So it was stitched on Aida.
But when I look at that, that is not what a garden should be on. And we were in a shop and happened to see done on this fabric.
Actually, I think I bought this for you.
You did. I just hadn't got there yet. And we talked about it. And then Laura went back and bought me the fabric and the kit.
I was there like the next, it was on the shop hop and they only had the chart left. And their shop model was done on this. And when I went the next year, they had cuts of this with the chart. And I said, oh, I bought the chart last year. Can I just have the fabric?
So this is what we fell in love with. That beautiful green. Isn't that lovely?
And seeing it in the shop done up differently. I mean, I think that a lot of being able to change color for me comes from seeing how people do things differently.
Yes. But see, for me, this fits now because your yard is green. Your gardens are green. So the green background just adds another layer of depth for me with all of her flowers.
And it's not even an overdyed fabric.
No.
It's just
plain old fabric.
Yeah.
I don't think I have the... Oh, here I do. It's Jobelin Charcoal Green.
28 count.
28 count, but we don't know. It's 8 by 36. We don't know what who the maker is.
No. Oh, but this piece cost me $7.40.
She spent a bundle on me.
So, but it was, and when I saw it, I just thought it looked like Nancy, and I couldn't leave it, and I had to get it for her. And one day she will have it finished.
I'm about, well, let's see.
Did we decide you were almost halfway?
Where's my lady here?
Oh, yeah.
I've got one more section.
Oh, you're about a third of the way.
Uh-huh. No. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. I'm about a third of the way. But see, I just have this one big flower bed here.
Mm-hmm. And you've already got it started.
No, that's the row here.
Oh, okay.
So I've got this to do, and then I can flip it over, go to the back side, and then I get to do the bee scalps.
It is so, so pretty.
It's fun, but the reason I say I can't do it, you know, I need to be someplace where I can sit and do it easily and quietly, is because there's so much to it.
So I just grabbed this up. I wanted you to see it's all DMC. But look how many colors are in this thing. And that's because
all my flosses.
Yeah, probably. That's because it's a garden piece.
Yeah.
And garden pieces typically have a lot of colors to them.
I bet you there's colors in here I was looking for the other day.
Oh, probably.
But I don't want to take them out because I wouldn't.
And dye lots could change that. There's a tip for you.
Yes.
Make sure that you have enough of the same dye lot, especially if you're using over-dyed floss.
Especially, yes. But even with DMC, they're starting to change some too. So,
and if you happen to buy DMC, I know that a lot of people have picked up DMC at yard sales and estate sales and on eBay and places like that. And you're probably getting some older floss. And the colors have changed sometimes radically.
Well, and sometimes they're faded. You know, depending on how the person has kept them.
Yes.
So,
because storage is a big deal.
A big deal.
So, is that all of your kitting up?
That's all I'm going to show today. I hope you enjoyed that.
So, Nancy's counting that as a previous finish since she had one in there. So, I have a previous finish to show you. And I love this one.
I didn't have a previous finish in there.
Oh, you had one out earlier. She had one out earlier, and I thought, I was like, But she's decided she's not showing you a previous finish this week. So, that's where I was rubbing Brendan's picture. When Brendan was little, I think maybe I told you guys this story. We had his birthday, and Jeff's brother and sister-in-law came and brought their 3 kids up.
Yeah.
And we had a pirate-themed birthday for Brendan. And Katie, bless her heart, had decided he needed a pirate birthday cake. So she bought one from the grocery store, and it was so cute. And we were so excited they were going to be here. We're like, oh, don't even bring anything. We just are happy that we're going to have more people here to celebrate. But we made him a treasure map to hunt for his gifts around Grammy and Papa's house.
Cute.
And I had stitched for him for I was trying to think how old he was. Probably 5 or 6. I don't know that I put
the only date I see is 1795, and I don't think that's
I don't think I'm that old. But I didn't put a year on here.
It's not on the back, is it?
No, because I wrote that today. So, but it's when Picture This Plus was in Junction City, so that limits it somewhat.
Yeah,
because they're not there anymore. They're in Abilene, Kansas.
That's a ways.
But anyway, I found this piece by Lynn Nicoletti, and it's called The Oak Island Mystery, and it's a real mystery. There's a pirate, supposed to be a pirate who stashed his treasure. And this, you're looking for the pirate's treasure. So the cool thing about this, I'm going to go ahead and show you. The cool thing about this is that it's the island. However, Nancy, you want to try turn it? I don't know if you pull your blinds and turn the light off if it'll get dark enough. But you're supposed to stitch this with some glow-in-the-dark floss. Oh, yeah, you can see them. So do you see the eye patch up there where the O is on the Oak Island? And you can see, yeah, in there. And all of that color, so you can see where it's kind of glowing in the dark. It makes a pirate skull. And so that's his eye patch over there. And I mean, it's just kind of a cool thing. And you can turn it back on. So the rest of the story is that I had all the little nieces and nephews, and we went into the bathroom because it was the only dark room, windowless room in the house. And I took my sister-in-law, Sharon, in with me, and I said to all the kids, okay, you cannot scream. We're going to turn the light off. It's going to be pitch black, and I need you to just stare at this. And I'll hold that up again so that you can see that again. And sure enough, we turned that light off, and the glow in the dark started glowing. And the kids were just so excited. But it kind of goes, you know, like this is all the pirate's hat that you see up here. And that was his eye patch. And he has an earring on. I would have to find it again. But Brendan still has this. My son is almost 19. And this still hangs in his room, and he loves it.
It's cool. It's a cool piece.
It is. And excuse me, I'm sorry. I don't know if you can get her patterns anymore, Lynn's patterns anymore, but she had a couple of other things that she suggested that you do glow in the dark. So it just, that was such a fun stitch.
Very fun.
I loved doing that. I'm sorry. Okay, next. Moving on.
Drawing.
So Nancy showed you her cute little chart last week.
Birds.
And remember, you will have to find your own charms. I was trying to think.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 charms that you'll need to add.
Charms, buttons. I mean, you don't even have to put birds in there. Whatever you want to put in there would be really cute. So we had a lot of you that were interested in this.
Oh, I got one and it fell.
Uh-oh.
Paula Humphreys.
Woohoo, Paula. So we will try to go back and find your comment and comment on it. And then you can just email us and get us your address, and we will get that shipped out to you.
Yay! Congratulations.
And did we already talk about Dawn? Dawn was the one who won the chart last week. And we messaged her. And before we even got all set up, she had already answered back and said, don't send it until June 23rd because I'm going out of town. So, yeah, that was it. Next, we have stash.
I have a humongous amount of stash this week. I just don't know if you can handle how much I have. So, I waited for this little piece for over a month.
Did it come from China?
No. They lost my order.
Oh.
To Cat in the Moon.
Isn't that cute?
Isn't that cute? I'm going to try to... It's got 2 pins on the back. I'm going to try to take those off and put a big magnet on so I can use it as a needle minder. Because I think it's so cute. Never seen a cat stretch like that, though.
Okay, so my stash this week, I just brought some stuff that I've been collecting. And what's really funny is that I've been collecting these to try and finish off that little bitty piece that I did that says it is what it is. Yeah, it's purple, and I just keep buying stuff.
You're not finding the right purple?
No, I don't know. I haven't tried any of them. So I have this one. Isn't that pretty?
I love the batiks.
I have this one.
Ooh, brocade.
I have this one.
Ooh, I like that.
I have this.
That's pretty.
And then Katie said, oh, Mom, I'll buy you some more batiks. So she bought me this whole set of batiks. Isn't that pretty?
Show them the one on the back. I like that.
This one?
Uh-huh.
With all those dots. That's fun. I know they put that in their fabric quarters a lot of the time.
Yeah.
But, I mean, even this one on the front that's blue has a lot of purple on it. And then, yeah, we were in Stitch On needlework. And I said, Katie, we're at Stitch On. This is one of my favorite places for batiks, and I just have to get one. So I'm sorry, Nance. I'm going to open this one up and show you the whole thing. Is that not the most glorious piece of fabric?
It's really pretty. What you're not seeing, I may not see close, is that there's a lot of, it's almost paisley looking. It's so pretty.
Let's see. Maybe I can
So
get.
pretty.
Do you see all that in there? It really is just. And I do have a hard time every time we go in. I have to decide, am I bringing one home this time? And I could spend my entire stash allowance on those fabrics.
Well, the quilters have such pretty fabrics anyway, and their quality is so much nicer.
And that's what their fabrics are for. I mean, they're a quilt shop along with being a cross stitch shop.
Cute.
So I'm getting ready to do some patriotic pieces, and I just wanted something, and I love stars. And do you like all the little trails? So I bought this, and this is another one of those that's like, I don't know if you can see what's going on it, but there's a little faint dotted line that goes around and around and around on it. I think you can see that pretty well. But I thought this would be fun, and you know what, Nancy?
What?
I bought the end of the bolt, and so I might have enough to share with you. So this may be stashed for two.
Woohoo!
But I mean, look how much is there.
Yeah, it's a lot.
I think it's like 1.5 yards, maybe almost 2 yards.
That feels good too.
It's nice, and they had all of their patriotic stuff on sale, and I thought, I'm just gonna get it because I did order some stash, and I ordered my bottle to come home that I left at Picture This Plus.
Oh, I'm like, bottle?
Yeah. So I talked to Marilyn.
What are you drinking now?
I talked to Marilyn this week, and she, I said, okay, I'm just going to have you ship it, but I'm going to order fabric, and just tell me how much extra I need to throw in there. And she said, you don't need to put anything extra in for shipping. It's fine. Because with her shipping the fabric, my bottle will weigh nothing.
Yeah, that's true.
That was our stash. Okay, current whips and plans. Theirs is so cute.
Well, again, I didn't stitch very much this week.
But you're getting there, right?
Because I had a lot of working lunches. Yeah, I think last week when we were stitching at our thing, I had 8 more motifs. So, I don't know. I think I stitched maybe 1, maybe 2. This is what I've been working on this week. I put some more in on it, so that's 3 different colors there around that.
It's really adorable.
It's cute.
You have the
it's
pinkest
really
sheep ever, too.
That's Honey Bunny.
I think it's because of the pink fabric.
Yeah.
It just makes your sheepy look pink, and I figure that's dyed wool.
I love it. And you know, I switched out the heart to pink because they had it in a green brown, and I didn't like that. I thought my sheep's got a pink heart, not a green
So we
heart.
do change on the fly.
Yeah.
Okay, I got a little warm. Got to have a little fan here. Woo! So all that I have stitched on this week, because I am on a mission, and I'm sure the mission will not end until the piece ends, I'm working on Halloween Eve by Blackbird Designs.
That really is one of my favorites.
I love this thing. And, we've talked about the kitting up and changing things. Look at the pumpkin real close.
Yeah.
Because I had ordered, I wanted to order some Victorian motto flosses when, really, at the beginning, when she was first starting to sell them. And I ordered an orange pack. I'm a purple girl. Why did I order oranges? Because I like to stitch fall and Halloween. Yeah. But, and they look good on my oranges, or on my purples, let me tell you.
Wow.
So.
You're almost done.
I'm so close.
I love this kitty.
And the, you know, I'm on the K, so I just have A through K, and then I have to finish that border all the way around. However, what I was going to show you.
1.5 rows, that's all you've got up there.
Yeah.
She didn't believe me.
I'm like,
did you see her check? She didn't believe me.
No, I was just like, really? It's a lot of letters. It's the longest row and the second longest row. That pumpkin. So I just pulled out my Victorian Motto flosses and I substituted them in. And I think, let's see if I can get.
Caught me yawning. You moved
See
too
what
quick.
she does when I'm talking. Wooed. But if you look, my pumpkin is close. I have one spot, their spot's more orangey, mine is a little more goldish in there. But I love the flosses and how it came out. It's a good patchwork feel for me.
I like
See, this
how it
one's
turned out.
more orangey than mine. But I just loved it. And I thought, okay, that's what I'm doing.
Works for me.
So, are you finishing that this week?
Heck if I... Oh, gosh.
Do you have your pattern in there?
Yes.
Let's see your pattern. I want to see what you have left.
All right. I just got a showing on my phone. That's why I was like, oh my. I've moved it. It's that little spot there. I haven't looked at yet. They'll bug us and call us here in a minute, though.
Okay. We want to see your picture. Ooh, so you're on this one. So you have to do the heart.
And
oh, another flower down.
No.
Oh, that's this one, right?
1, 2, 3, 4, and a little bitty heart here. 5.
Wow, look at that. Okay. Can you see? I'm trying to get it where it's
Fingers, cooperate. I've got 5 more up there in the upper right corner.
So that's really cool.
If I could just sit down and stitch, I would be done with it.
So maybe tomorrow, if we can sit ourselves down for a little bit,
yeah, see, that's
we'll both get some progress.
I had thought that we would be able to do our stitching and then do our video, and I would have had something to show.
But since Sunday is Father's Day,
we can't do that.
No, my kids have all sorts of plans.
Yeah.
For Jeff, and it'll be fun. So, anyway, we're go ahead. So we're working on that. I'll be finishing this and hopefully get back to strawberry fields forever.
Yeah, and I'm going to work on this, and then I want to work a little bit on our sow so I can figure out that leaf and get it straightened out.
I need to do that too. So she's Nancy.
And she's Laura.
And we are the Addicted Sisters. Have a stitchy week.
Bye-bye.